very loosest team coming off a loss. So here's a big third down on the opening drive for Lindley. A joker look from the defense, picked up in time, and it's picked off! Intercepted by Shea.
About James trying to confuse the offensive line, which has done a very good job. They only rushed 3. Ryan Lindley's got plenty of protection, but he doesn't see Shea McClellan drop back in a fire zone position. He didn't have cuts. They're going to test that ankle tonight. He was lucky that that was a straight ahead run in that last one.
Will they get a chance to test those corners? 2 new corners for the Broncos. And here they do go outside, connecting with Colin Rocket.
It's one thing to get blocked, but good defensive linemen don't stay blocked, and that's what Boise's doing tonight.
So another 3rd and long, and they'll go screen to Chad Young. Can he get outside? Fighting forward, wow, the former walk-on makes 2.
Get yourselves in a rhythm. Great individual effort by Young.
2 big first downs on this drive. On the opening drive, it was an interception thrown by Lindley. Here he goes back to pass again. And fires it. It's batted up into the air. Look.
Coaching them up front, and it's a big reason why their success. A lot of focus has been on Boise's offense, but their defense is pretty nasty.
What do they have on 3rd down and 4 now? Standing. And so from their own 10 this time, after the holding penalty on the kickoff return, the Aztecs, a screen set up. And
very bad this evening.
Boise State, on the other hand, 3rd in the nation turnover margin. Ball thrown low and doing a good job just to go down and get it. Is
defense to be able to get into the rhythm, get themselves off the field, and now they get the ball back and maybe have an opportunity to take advantage of it.
Qualcomm once again rocking the "I believe that we will win" chant that basketball fans became so familiar with. This is a nice completion, but will come back as a flag thrown. In the
junior from Denver, keep your eye inside. He's right here. Trying to help out on the guard on a slide protection right there. He just turns his shoulders. If a guy's turning, you have to just be able to push him down. You can't.
And the freshman getting his first start tonight, Adam Moema, went 81 yards for a touchdown for the first points for the Aztecs. Trouble and almost intercepted.
Just tremendous push up inside, collapsing the pocket, doing a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage. That's Billy Wynnum there, just doing a great job. And finally at the end, Tyrone Crawford collapsing the pocket. When you're in the end zone, you have to be careful. You can't afford to be able to sit there and hold the football.
Here's a 3rd down and 16 now, Aaron. Only 2 of 4 of the Aztecs on 3rd down. Not one Bronco with his hand in the dirt. 3 of them will rush. And finding a little window and buying about 9 yards.
Advantage of getting guys into the seam, creating pick routes, running a lot of multiple bunch sets to be able to test your eye discipline on defense.
Play action pass, and it's not to Hillman one more time. They go way up top for Lockett. Yes!
When we sat down with offensive coordinator Andy Ludwig, he talked about looking the football in, watching the ball all the way into your hands. It was concentration, and for most receivers that have concentration, there was no problem for locking on that one. Huge play for this offense.
Lee Hightower burned his red shirt a few games ago against Colorado State. And again to the air, and again a big old pickup.
Good job. Both these defensive units doing a good job playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Blitz is on. Lindley fires. Pass is complete. So it will be a
time. Good job up front by that offensive line. He's only given up 7 sacks coming into tonight's ball game. They do a pretty good job of keeping Ryan Lindley dry.
There's one in and
have them, the Cardinal, come out with a win.
2:19 left to play here in the first half. Can Lindley and the Aztecs take it the length of the field? Not like that on the wrong page.
And all the records that he's broken, but noticeably absent. Where's Kellen Moore, James?
Yeah. There's a completion for Lindley. Don't kill the
there you go.
Back to the air. Lindley and company, the other senior out here, have some work. New York City. He finished 4th.
In the 15, Aztecs 1st and 10 from the 30.
Broncos bring 4 here, and the ball stripped.
Crawford's down. Keep your eye. Coming from the right side of the screen. Misses right there, and looks like he hit the backside of Tommy Draheim, the left tackle. See, he's up there at the top of the screen. Good job on the rip move, shortening the angle. But with the 2 patella tendon ruptures, there wasn't a whole lot of knee bend at all.
And the bad back. Don't forget to throw that in there. So Tyler Horn, the backup for Crawford, in now. Screen set up, popped in a hurry. Wow, there's your man.
Midfield. That's a big reason why, including the turnovers. The score's 35-14 right now.
Trying to get a first, not just to score, but to keep the ball out of Kellen Moore's hands before halftime.
They've played tremendous. And when you look at the rushing yards for San Diego State, they've been so far behind in this ball game, they can't get anything going in the running game.
Oh, out.
His eyeballs were big on that one. Ryan Lindley forcing that football. Again, the ball a little bit behind Gavin Escobar. He's got to leap for where the defenders are coming from in their angles and making guys miss.
Now it's Chad Young lined up behind Lindley. He'll stay in the block. And first year to get to know the offensive guys. And it looks more like a cornerback right there, Aaron.
Yeah, they said they wanted to be able to see his face mask move in as he caught the football, that when they went back and looked at those 30-plus passes, right there, he seems to be looking at the football. But that concentration, you have to look the ball all the way into your hands. He's still getting adjusted to that, and when he does, he's going to be a good player.
There's a guy looking it into his hands. Gavin threw it and had 4 catches with a cast on against Wyoming.
Yeah, and he's locked up one-on-one coverage with Shea McClellan, number 92, the defensive end. One of the things that Boise will do, we saw that McClellan had an interception earlier in the game from the fire zone. Byron Howdigan coming in for the tackle.
Here's 2nd down and 8. Broncos bring forward, and it's almost intercepted by a guy sitting down.
Putting it in Brown's arms. Take a look at this. Through the top of your screen.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Excuse me, was that Quigley?
There as he let it go. So now it's a 3rd down and 8, and it's a big one for the Aztecs if they want to hang around. Lindley all the way across the field and laying out for it.
San Diego State struggled on 3rd down tonight, James. They need to be able to convert this one. They don't make it easy on themselves with a 3rd and 9.
From his own end zone, here's Lindley, and that's the first catch of the night for Dylan Denso, who has been a great to this season. Number 10 was the only Aztec returning at receiver with a career catch. And that should have been a catch by the Red.
But when you lose a Sampson and Young like they did, it makes it tough. Brown, rather.
There's a nice looking throw. It's Colin Lockett. 18.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Kind of seems like Boise's got that bend but don't break philosophy right now. Good job, Colin Lockett, that time, focusing on the catch and watching the ball actually enter into it. Antonio Freeman. I mean, just the talent was unbelievable, and somehow Brett was able to keep everybody happy. Derek Mays.
And still Lake Dawson, the best hands out of all those guys, too.
Yes.
Wow.
Lake ran about a 4.8, but he could catch anything.
And Lindley throws that one. Had a touchdown on his first carry against TCU earlier this year. First career touchdown. So one of the last.
That's what you can do a lot offensively, and there's been some injuries on that tight end position as well.
4-man rush. Broncos still rushing hard and timing around.
We tried to do a little spin move. Keep an eye on the top of your screen. Just jacks him. There is a little bit of late pressure there, a little bit of seepage. Bob Davie was our defensive coordinator my senior year. My junior year, we beat his Texas A&M team. And then I guess we liked him so much we decided to hire him. He did a good job, and obviously when Holtz left, they decided to hire him.
Back here at Qualcomm, And beginning of the drive, quick on the gun. Quick first down. And as we tried to bring you back here. So here's Ryan Lindley. This is, of course, after the big 15-yard personal foul penalty. Escobar refusing to go down. Makes two guys miss and runs.
Tell you what, this thing shakes up and Oregon loses and Oklahoma loses. 1, 2, and 3 on Sunday tomorrow night could be SEC West teams.
The pump and the dump.
Out of bounds.
The catch is made. Out of bounds.
Yeah, the senior from Fresno, you got to know where you're at on the field, but also, if you're Ryan Lindley, you got to be able to throw the ball in bounds. There's that.
So second down and 10 now. 8:41 left to play. Aztecs need some points and in a hurry, and they go up top. Incomplete, though.
Level, but there's a little bit of Jake Locker there where the accuracy isn't it, but you like a lot of what you see.
So third down and 10 now for Lindley. Fires it a little bit behind Quigley, and Bryce Quigley goes.
Taking what the defense gives him. Quigley finds a hole in that defense. Boise trying to bring a little bit of pressure, and Ryan Lindley puts the ball right where it needed to be, and they move the chain. And they certainly proven to be so on both sides of the ball in the second half.
Just over 8 minutes now left to play. Five-man rush. Lindley hit again, and this ball sails.
They bring people from everywhere. They told us that they were going to bring Chad Young in when they were in passing situations, and that looks to be the case here on third down.
Another third down. Ball batted down.
That's big Popeye calves. He's just an old Grizzly football coach, and about as good as they come, too.
Can his team keep fighting? The play.
Doing all he can to be able to try and connect the football to
Pass interference,
Marcus Russell.
number 29, defense. Spot foul, automatic, first
He
down.
was there a little bit early. That's a good call.
I disagree, my friend.
Come on.
You go back, you can live with that. Your guy making plays, or at least attempting to here, but it does give the Aztecs some new life. First down now for Lindley. Fires into traffic, connects, and dropped immediately.
Drop that head across that goal line. That's when you do it, and that's exactly what Malema did. San Diego State going for 2. Got it.
He called one heck of a basketball game over at Viejas as Steve Fisher's crew this afternoon beat a Long Beach State team that year, which was a shame. 77-73, the final in overtime for Coach Fish and the gutty little Aztecs today.
I always used to say a prevent defense prevents you from winning. You got to be aggressive.
Well, it would have been.
Well,
struck a nerve. There's Denso, goes out, and on this week especially.
Receivers, and Geno Smith had a day throwing that football. That's certainly something that Tyler Wilson and his crew of receivers might be able to do against LSU.
Pass is complete for a short.
Yeah, I'm not. I got to spend time with my kids instead of trying to figure those out. Wait till those things happen, but you're absolutely right. This you and beating Alabama and Oregon, it'd be a heck of an interesting argument between two rematch, one-loss teams.
And Lindley continues to Taylor score. OU. Bobby Stoops Sooners going down, licking their wounds going into the game against Oklahoma State.
Even with another non-AQ team, and if one's undefeated, they're naturally a better team, and I don't know if you can make that argument.
Lindley continues to fire. Escobar looking for touchdown number 3. There's a flag down. Third down and 18 after the penalty is stepped off. Again, Colin Lockett will try to get out of bounds, and does as we go. A heck of a football game, and that was a Rose Bowl spot that at least these Boise State Broncos thought that they would have. Instead, they played and beat Utah in the Las Vegas Bowl, which they may end up back in this year. Yeah, the Las Vegas Bowl is to Las Vegas. We had them there earlier this year. Got a good shot from Bobby Houck's team, UNLV, in the regular season.
You know, this team's bowl eligible, and I think they play hard like they're still playing, like there's still something to play for, and I think a lot of that is attributable to their head man, Rocky Long, because this season's not over.
Beaten Oregon, so knocked down the Ducks.
Best
No
team,
longer a
best
one-loss.
and most underappreciated team in the country is the USC Trojans.
There's something they wanted to work on, not just in practice, but when the bullets are flying.
Huge confidence builder for the old 24 Colin Lockett. 7th in the country coming into tonight, keeping teams to under 200 yards per game. The Aztecs have torched that.
So play pass here with 15 seconds left to go. Another penalty.
Really enjoy watching him play over the years. Great alley fill player. Makes all the calls back there. Good heads-up football player. Touchdown.
2 hat tricks tonight.
Up 3 two-point conversions. 2 last week, 1 early in this game. This might be another one.
Billy Wynn.
Got him. Oh.
Chad Young.